here was I thinking she was going to be quiet for a while. I am in none other than the SF90. What does this mean? What does this mean? It means that I am a very happy girl on a very sunny Sunday. But apart from that, it means that I am currently driving 1,000 horsepower. And how do we get to the 1,000 horsepower, Victoria? Well, 4 different elements are creating the 1,000 horsepower, and that would be 1 combustion engine, which is giving us 780 ponies, and then 3, 1 on the transmission, 2 at the back, electric engines generating the difference, which is 220. There we go. Maths aren't too bad. It's a lot to ask from me today, okay? I'm very silly today because this car is amazing and I'm very happy and honoured. So as you know, I drive all of my cars in the most normal setting possible. In this car, the most normal setting is sport. And I know I'm in sport because there is the Manedino. Ferrari is famous for its Manedino on the steering wheel. But in this car, everything has changed. In this car, everything is digital. It's the first time that I've had to sit in a Ferrari and have a second to suss her out before driving. Very similar to the Roma as in interior wise, but God, the technology on this thing is like driving a German. It's like driving a German car. There's just all the buttons you just, you know, touch, and there's a lot going on. I'm very overwhelmed right now. Very happy, very overwhelmed, very much not going to go on a motorway. I mean, as if I wasn't nervous enough driving this car anyway. I must admit, it's not the first time I've driven one. I did drive one, but I wasn't allowed to film it. But it's my second time behind the wheel of one, first time by myself. And I don't feel old enough, as in, I don't feel adult enough to be driving this car by myself. I feel like I need an adult with me, a chaperone. My lord. I mean, she's spenny, right? What are we looking at? I don't know, I'd have to Google it, but I don't know, £500,000 or something, right? Before taxes, something like that. So not only that, it's how difficult it is to get one and how long it takes to get one. Now, she is a plug-in hybrid, which is obviously really necessary. We're all worrying about the climate when driving a car like this. But she is a plug-in hybrid, and she's an intelligent one, so she will swap from the combustion engine to the electric power without you having to do anything. You can drive her, I believe, on just electric, but at the moment I've got her on hybrid, so she's doing whatever she thinks she should. But yeah, as if I wasn't nervous enough already, when we got the car out of the garage, it's the first time I've seen her in person, get her out of the garage and realise she has full carbon rims. Full carbon rims, so you should see me. I am driving in the middle of the road. I'm not kidding right now. I'm nowhere near the sidewalk. I am not going to park her. I'm literally going to stop in the middle of the road, call the owner and ask him to please take her off me. Oh, so she's keyless start. Ferrari has finally done something fun with the key. Ta-da! You've got the model on the back and that on the front, which is very, very cool. And they do actually have a slot just down here ready for it. I'm not going down any narrow roads because she is very wide. And I'm literally going to drive around the port and head my pretty self back to hand her back because I am shitting myself right now. I'm so nervous I can't even remember the way back to his house, even though I've been there on countless occasions. I'm going for Sunday roast after this, and I can't wait because I haven't been able to have any breakfast because I was that nervous. And it's silly because She's just a Ferrari, and I've driven many of them. But there's something silly about her. There's something crazy about this one, mate. She's so silent. She's so silent until you put your foot down a little bit. Did you hear that? When she starts up, it's a thing of glory. It's a thing of orgasms. It's a thing of dreams. But all this said, I'm now driving at 20 kilometers an hour over speed bumps in Puerto Banús, and she's completely manageable with 1,000 horsepower. She is so controlled. She's like me. She's very strong, but she can control herself and only release it when needed. But I'm loving the milk cart sound. I'm enjoying the milk cart sound just as much as I am enjoying when the engine kicks in. To have one of these in your garage, my lord. I know money doesn't buy you happiness and all of that kind of stuff. And you guys know that I am the first one who I just make sure that I stay grounded. And I bought myself my little Ibiza with no parking sensors instead of spending all of my equity on a car. But if you do have the equity to buy this car, buy it and thank me later, because she's a game changer. She really is. I can't even, I've run out of things to say. I have nothing else to say apart from the fact that I'm very happy right now. 1,000 ponies she has. 1,000 ponies in my hand right now. God damn it. God damn it, people. What are you doing? Cross. Stop for some bicycles to drive by. Ride by, even. I'm so happy, happy, happy. I'm a happy girl. So in front of me, I've got a load of information. I've got, she's telling me how much range I have on electricity. She's telling me all of this stuff, all of the information I don't really need, but it's all to hand for you nerds out there that do want to know what your car's doing. I'm just happy driving her, that's all. For me, it's not very intuitive, the user interface. But just because it's so new for me to be in a Ferrari with this kind of, touch buttons and all of this information in front of you, I'm not used to it. Ferrari has always been just the basics, just this is what you need to know about the car, that's all the information you're getting. And then from the 458, I believe it was, onwards, you did have more track information, but you would only use that if you were on a track, and I don't do track days, so it wasn't anything that I was ever, going into that side of the menu. But on this one, it's all there in front of you. What I do love is the fact that they've got rid of, there was a period of time and a number of models where you could have a passenger display. So when they got rid of the middle display, which you got rid of that, I think it was in California, the last car I can think of that had the screen in the middle, you could get as an extra passenger display, and you could get that from the F12 onwards, I believe. And it just gave the passenger basic details, like how quick you're going, RPM I think it was also. But they've got rid of that on this one. They've put it in the middle so that I, as the driver, can change the radio and a few of the settings, log into my phone and whatnot, but the passenger can also from the middle screen. They can also see the performance, play with audio, and check out the nav, which is great, because if I'm driving, someone's with me and I'm like, oh, can you just pop this in the sat nav? They can do it. I don't need to stop, pull over and do it. So yay to Ferrari for joining the 21st century when it comes to technology. Probably wondering why I'm driving very slow. I'm driving very slow because I'm on the Golden Mile, and they have dropped, which is something mind-boggling, completely off topic, but in Spain from January 2021 they dropped speed limits. So as car intelligence is improving, we're one step away from self-drive vehicles. We have all of this technology to hand. We have more airbags than ever, more braking and protective systems, more driver assistance systems than ever. In Spain, they dropped the speed limits. So what would have been 70 kilometers an hour, for example, they've dropped to 50. Our maximum speed limit on roads is still 120 kilometers an hour. It's just some things that just don't make sense. But anyway, on that note, my lovelies, I'm going to go because I do need to go up a couple of more narrow streets now, and I need all 4 alloys back in the same condition they were when I picked them up. So I'm going to be a granny to totally embarrass myself and drive like this and make sure I don't damage the car at all, because I am shitting myself. So thank you for joining me. I have had a freaking whale of a time, mate. A freaking whale of a time, I tell you. Oh, this is so narrow. Right. On that note, I'm gonna love you and leave you. Happy Sunday, guys. Bye.